So customer experience evangelist, absolute best job in the world, because I get to talk to people all day and night about customer experience. What makes customer experience great? What are the best practices? Thought leadership around customer experience, future trends, technology, what the best companies in the world are doing, what the worst companies in the world are doing. So I don't talk about the software that we sell, very rarely. I just talk about the amazing experiences that we can help make come alive. Now, how music comes, I don't always talk about music in every single conversation I ever had, but I think why the music career gave me a really good hold on customer experience and creating experiences for people was that for me, it's exactly the same. Putting on an amazing show for your fans night after night is exactly the same as delivering amazing experiences for your customers day after day. And arguably, as companies, we all want to turn our customers into fans. That's what music artists do. They go out there to try and turn people into fans. So there's so many parallels there around things we can do on a daily basis that, you know, the best rock bands in the world do, the best pop artists in the world do, the best anyone, any music we can learn from. Yeah, so I mean, where it came from is when I was deciding, you know what, I'm going to talk to people about my music career and how to build customer experiences through the lens of music. I thought, oh, it was probably about time that a keynote speaker should consider the experience of the people experiencing the talk about customer experience. Yeah. So I thought, why not make a fun, engaging, musical customer experience keynote? So that's what I did. Now, the core message is about delivering rock star customer experiences. And there's loads of different things that go into that. But probably, I mean, for me, the one big message, if you are only going to take away one thing, is that music isn't really about music. It's about relationships. And it is exactly the same in customer experience. Customer experience isn't about experience. It's about relationships. And to really understand that, we need to understand what a relationship is. So a relationship, all a relationship is the sum of your memories with another party. And that could be a friend, a family member, a company, a rock band, it doesn't matter. So a relationship is the sum of your memories. Now, what are memories? Memories are the way that we store emotions that we feel in real time. Well, what are emotions? Emotions are things that get created from experiences, and that can be good or bad. Well, what are experiences? Experiences are just lots of little moments bundled together. So if you really want to improve the relationship you share with your customers, you first need to improve the moments you share with them. And the exciting thing about this is not all moments between customers and companies are created equally. Deliver a moment that's so powerful, so memorable, so moving, so impactful, and you can turn a customer from a customer into a fan in one moment. And that's the thing I want everybody to realize from this. We are all just one moment away from turning a customer from a customer into a fan. To be fair, the most common question I get is, what is customer experience? But it's less about it's the context of the question. It's not what is customer experience. It's like, what is customer experience? It's a different question. And a lot of questions around like the definition of customer experience. So the way I define customer experience is quite different to the way that the wider customer experience community define it. So I split it out because there's customer experience, the discipline, there's a customer's experience, there's good customer experience, because a lot of times people will say, oh, what is the definition of customer experience? And people go, a journey that is easy and fast and convenient. No, we're not asking you what good customer experience, just what is customer experience. It has to be convenient. No, I'm not asking. And it really gets on my nerves, because if you can't describe what customer experience is, then you've got no business telling people what good customer experience is, because if you've got no idea what customer experience is, it just doesn't go together. So for me, the discipline of customer experience, so customer experience is a business term used to understand and improve the relationship a company has with their customers. There you go. That's what customer experience is as a discipline. Now, a customer experience is the sum of the thoughts, feelings, and interactions a customer has on the journey towards achieving a goal or an outcome. Now, when it comes to a good customer experience, maybe that's a conversation for another day because there's lots of things that go into that. But I think when people ask what is customer experience, they expect a quick answer, and sometimes it can't be a quick answer. Sometimes you need to dig a little bit deeper. Like, what do you mean? Do you mean customer experience as a job title, as a discipline, as an actual thing? Like, so that was a long answer to a very short question. So I'll try and make this one quick, but it all comes down to how you organize people. So we organize people in our businesses in a very industrial age way. And this goes all the way back to Adam Smith, the division of labor. We split people up based on their skill sets and core competencies. And that's because it was the easiest thing to do back in the day. But as time and technology has evolved, businesses have become much bigger, much more complicated, much more difficult to navigate, and literally everything has changed in that time. Apart from the way that we organize ourselves, we still organize in a pyramid. We still split people up based on their skills and their core competencies. I suggest in the book that maybe we should organize people like a football team, or soccer for the Americans if you want to be wrong, but a football team, right? So if you look at a football team, there's certain dynamics involved. Now, it's a team that's put together with different skills and different core competencies. So you've got a goalkeeper, you've got defenders, you've got midfielders, you've got strikers, and even within them, they've got different specialisms at what they're particularly good at. Now, if we were to organize a football team like a business in the pyramid, we'd have a striker department, we'd have a midfielder department, we'd have a defender department, and you would never put 11 goalkeepers out on the field. You just wouldn't do it. But that's what we do in business. We put all of the salespeople together, all of the customer service people together, all the accounting people together. We split people up based on what it is that they're good at doing. Whereas a football team take little people and put people together based on one thing, one target, one outcome, and that is win the game. So there's three main questions that you've got to ask yourself. So number one, who is the customer? So when it comes to a football team, who would you say the customer is? I get some weird answers with that sometimes. People go, the manager of the team, the owner of the team. One person once said, the ball. I'm like, no, you're going too abstract there. It's the fans. We can agree the fans are the customers. Now, next question is, what is the successful outcome? So for a fan that goes to watch a game, what is the successful outcome for them? Well, you could argue that the ultimate successful outcome is seeing the team win. So the team that they support wins the game. Right. So we've got that. And then the next thing is, what team do you put together to achieve that outcome? And of course, so that's the coach's job, the manager's job. They put a team together who is best suited to achieve that outcome for the customers. That's what we need to do in business. Who is the customer? Try and understand them at a deep, meaningful level. And don't just understand their demographics, understand their psychographics, understand who they are, their values, their lifestyles, their behaviors, their influences. Then understand in different scenarios with the business, what is the successful outcome? What is that one thing they are actually trying to achieve? Okay. And then what team do we need to put together from different people around the business that are best suited to work together to deliver that outcome to them? But that is it. You don't need to read the book. That is basically it. That is the book distilled. So I truly believe that if you want to put your customers first, you need to put your employees first. So you have to do that. And it's lots of people say you can't make happy customers with unhappy employees. You can. It's just a lot harder. I mean, you look at people like Amazon, for example. Amazon, for a very long time, were creating very, very happy customers, but kind of had a lot of unhappy employees. So it can be done. They've now realized that, oh, okay, we can't do that forever. So their old mission was to become the world's most customer-centric company. Now they want to become like the world's best employer or something like that, some wording between that. It's just, if you've got a group of people in your organization that love the company and love work every day, they're going to do better for the customer. I think it's a bit of a a no-brainer. I don't think we need books to explain it, to be honest with you. I think it should be one sentence. We all agree, let's treat our employees well and they will deliver better customer experiences. Customers will like us more, they will spend more money, therefore it will be better for the company. Agreed? Agreed. Yeah, done. There we go. Employee engagement settled. I actually did one 2-3 weeks ago in Amsterdam oh, it wasn't in Amsterdam, it was close to Amsterdam, for a company called Rabobank.
Okay.
So they had a big celebration day called Proud of Pega. So Rabobank do some really, really cool stuff with our software, and they get together periodically and they show each other what they've done, because they're using it all over different parts of the business, and they want to learn from each other and see how they can progress. So that they show off all the cool experiences and the wins they've had with customer experience. And they asked me to come and do the musical keynote. So I opened up the day by doing that, and everyone had a blast. Everyone really enjoyed it. It was great. I had a fantastic time as well. So that was the last time I did that. So I come out playing guitar and everyone's like, what's going on? But of course, my first point is about nailing the intro, about first impressions, trying to make sure that first moment you have with your customer is memorable and impactful. Now, at the very end, what I do is I get everyone in the room on their feet, I split them into sections, and I teach them a different rhythm. So one part of the room is clicking, one part of the room doing this thing, another part's clapping, and this rhythm comes together and I play with them. So the whole room becomes part of my band. And the whole point of that is showing about journey orchestration, because especially in where Pegasystems works really well is with really large, complicated environments. That's our sweet spot. That's what we were created to do. And I look at it like an actual orchestra. You've got 80 plus people in an orchestra. They're all playing different instruments. You've got woodwind, brass, percussion, strings, loads of different instruments within there. And they're all trying to individually play pieces of music that they didn't write themselves to try and deliver like a nice and like cohesive piece of music to the audience. That's very different to a rock band. Right, so like 4 people that wrote the music themselves, they don't need a conductor. So Metallica, for example, Metallica don't need a conductor. They wrote the songs, they recorded the songs, they play the songs. An orchestra is very different. And a lot of businesses would like to think of themselves as the business equivalent of Metallica, but unfortunately they're not. They're the business equivalent of an orchestra, large, very complicated, lots of technology, delivering processes and experiences that they had no hand in writing themselves. So they need an orchestra, they need a conductor, and that's what I try and show them. I try and orchestrate the experience to show the power of AI orchestration, which is what Pega do really well.